It is October 5th, Saturday, and I am heading out to the Great Pumpkin Beer Festival. I am still in the process of getting ready. I'm not feeling the best today, so I'm actually just going to go and maybe stay for an hour or two. We'll see. We'll see how the festivities go and how I'm feeling after I've had a couple drinks, because my stomach's just being really weird today. So I did get VIP tickets for the Great Pumpkin Beer Festival, which the only reason I got that was because they were the only tickets left. They sold out pretty quickly of the regular tickets. So I'm going to go there. I think I get a free sweater with that. Here's the hoodie that came with the VIP package. It's very, very comfortable. I get like extra drink tickets, but honestly, if I'm not feeling well, I probably just will give away the extra tickets. But we're gonna go. We're gonna see how it is. It's about 6 o'clock right now, and it goes on till 10, and the sun's still out. So I'm kind of waiting for the sun to go down, because I kind of want to get the evening look, because I know a lot of festivities happen in the evening. There's a lot of cool lighting, and I want to get all that after the sun sets. But I'm gonna finish getting ready here soon, and I will be heading out shortly. Here's the finished look here. Nothing fancy, literally just sweater, jeans, and then that's it. And I'm gonna go get some beer. The Great Pumpkin Beer Festival is being held at the Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. When I arrived, there was a huge line around Climate Pledge Arena, which I think was for the Hans Zimmer concert, which I didn't know was going on, but had I known, maybe I would have gone. But I decided to go to the Pumpkin Beer Festival instead. The festival takes place both inside and outside the Fisher Pavilion. Inside the Fisher Pavilion, they had a bunch of different activities, including stuff like carnival activities. I think this was a fortune teller. I think there was always a long line at this booth, and it was like mostly groups or couples doing it. So I'm just guessing that's fortune telling. There was this booth, which I think was just a cool photo op. And then, of course, there was a giant pumpkin. There were several giant pumpkins scattered around the place. There's also a merch booth that had a bunch of really cool stuff, like lots of sweaters. I actually wanted the posters that were there, but they weren't actually selling the posters. But that's where I went to pick up my hoodie that came with the VIP ticket. They also had an area where they were doing tattoos on people, so that's pretty cool. I didn't get one because I don't want a tattoo, but they had some cool ones there. They also had several lines for beers. I want to say they had maybe like 4 or 5 different alleys with like 4 beers per alley inside. And then there were also booths outside that had even more beers. I think in total it was something like 80 plus different beers that you could try. Also, there were furries. This was a group of furries that were super cool, and they were having a great time the entire night. In this area, there were a bunch of carnival games and a photo booth. They also had a booth talking about the Vera Project, which is what this event supports. It's a local nonprofit kind of artist space that's at Seattle Center as well. And just a bunch of fun activities, and also a bunch of people just in orange and in other Halloween costumes. It's a really cool time. Outside Fisher Pavilion is really where the party was happening. They had a stage with a DJ that was playing a lot of really great Halloween themed hits all night. Of course, I can't share any of that audio, so just enjoy some royalty-free music. There's also a giant pumpkin that is filled with delicious beer that they will tap later in the evening. I tried about 7 beers, no, actually 8 beers. The beer that was inside the giant pumpkin, we didn't have to pay tickets for. I had 8 drink tickets and I drank 7 of them, and I gave away 1 because I just
could not drink anymore at that point in the evening. And around 8 o'clock is when they tap the giant pumpkin. The crowd that was waiting around to get the beer inside the pumpkin was pretty crazy. Pretty much everybody at the event was just crowded up, so it was super, super tight. I was kind of getting crushed at some point, especially in the rush when they started actually pouring out the beers for everyone. But it went pretty quickly. I think it only took a couple minutes before I managed to get up there and get my taste of the beer, and it was very, very, very delicious. Unfortunately, some of the beer that was poured from the pumpkin had pulp in it. These girls showed them to me and they said it tastes very good from the pulp, but mine didn't have any pulp and mine tasted amazing. This was definitely the best beer of the night. I don't even know what it's actually supposed to be called. And that's pretty much it. Here is a pic of the awesome furries that I met. All in all, the event was very fun. I only hung out for a couple hours and my stomach didn't bother me for the rest of the evening. The beers I tasted, most of them were really, really good. There was one berry beer that I tasted that tasted a bit like cough syrup after all the pumpkin I was drinking, but nothing was terrible. Definitely the pumpkin, the beer that was inside the pumpkin was the best, but I don't know what it's called or if it's going to be available anywhere else. But I'm definitely going to come back next year. I think overall, I didn't really need to have the VIP tickets. I think just the regular ticket would have been great, but I didn't get my ticket early enough to get the regular tickets. But VIP was a little bit too much. Like 8 drink tickets was a lot for me. I don't drink too frequently, so yeah, 8 drink tickets was a bit much. I would have been fine with the 5 that I think the regular attendees get. But I had a great time, and I'm so glad I went, and I can't wait for next year. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.